Alright, welcome back to our Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. We left off right before we walk into Ishgard, so we will be entering the Heaven's Ward expansion today. So, let's get into the story. Customary wave. Let's see what's going on. Coming to Ishgard.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
Alright, so we're going to be let into Ishgard. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Alright, we have no reason to not go straight there, so... we are officially in Heaven's Ward now, so we can do more of the warrior quests to unlock more abilities. But we won't need them for a little bit, so I think I'll hold off on that. Wards of House Fortin? Ah, yes, you may pass. Alright. Let us in then.
they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
I will have to say, I do like the narrator for this expansion. Greetings, Master Ridge. On behalf of House Fortom, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord, humbly request your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Yeah, we gotta do the normal stuff when we get to a new place. We're gonna run around and get all these so we can just teleport around the city when we need to. Can't jump there. I think there's only one left on this upper area. or lower area, I should say. The other area is the upper area. I don't know if I've ever used that teleport. If it is used, it isn't used for very much. This one's actually used it a lot. Alright, so there's the quest to finish, but we want to pick up these last two just so we don't have to worry about them later. We'll go get this one. This is the one that's mostly out of the way. And reaching Heaven's Ward, we've unlocked a few different classes. We unlocked Dark Knight, we unlocked Astrologian. Dang, what's the third one? I can't even think of it. Oh, Machinist. The only problem with trying to switch to a new class at this point is if you choose one of the new three, you will start at level 30, so you will have to go back and level it all the way up to continue on with the story. Alright, so we got all the crystals. We want the last vigil. Alright, this is the manor. There's Harshmold. Warrior of Light and his brave companions walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortomp Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortomp, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortomp, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortin.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Of course they want to give us a tour after I picked up all the Aetherites. Actually, we won't need gear for a bit. Well, actually, I could pull that up, or I could use that, but... I only have 211. Yeah, it's probably best if I actually take that, actually. Though our friends in House Fortomp have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust. Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortomp. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortomp, but let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Oh, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go. Yep, let's go. Tour the city. I swear, if it takes me by every single Aetherite, I'm gonna be a little upset. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hopland, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it at first. I shall then show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza, if there are no questions. Well, guess we're gonna take the tour. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphinaud. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thornton I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. I guess it did help that I got that, because now I can just teleport over there. Skipped right over it. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, wards of House Fortemps. How very interesting. Wait, didn't we say we weren't going to use that and we just did it? Count Ebmont has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners, should you be uncomfortable. Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza and Foundation, and if everyone is ready. Ah, luckily, your first character in this game, if you're not going to level up any other classes but one, you don't even have to visit the merchants. And if you really know how to do it, even on your second, third, or fourth, you probably won't have to visit any of the merchants. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Yeah, we already did it. High quality items. Yep. Wow, really? That's the help entry for high quality items? Okay. The better half. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, 'twould be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphinaud. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the Hopland and gawp at the statues? Well, if you have a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alphinaud. Pray, pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Then I'm coming too. Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master Gibralont. Just Gibralont will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise I'll live up to your expectations, but it is decent food and drink you're after. You could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to and from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, yes. Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. It's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More and a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphinaud, I think it'd be best if we return to Fortaunt Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I am afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count, would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphanod. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh please, do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then, Tataru. Hawk and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. Alright, so you're gonna stick around in the bar, huh? Alright, back to Fortalt Manor. Tell us then, Master Alphanod, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Amaric has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphanod. You are guests in my home to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good, what would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Master Ridge, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artorial and Emmanuelane in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What man or fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show Master Ridge the respect he deserves. This is the man who slew Gaius Van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mr. Ridge, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. Yep. Completely different opinions. One excited, to have me do his work, and the other one doesn't even want me near him. 'Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortomp has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. We will see. This is where it branches for a little bit. No, I want to do that one second. So we'll do this one first. Lord Arturel, yeah. Over the wall. Let us begin anew, Master Ridge. I am Sir Arturel de Fortomp, eldest son of the Count Edmond de Fortomp. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I mean no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Harsafon has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Dasmel. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it. Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and Foundation. Those are over by the Sky Steel manufactory. Yeah, speak with Chocobo Keep and Foundation. Why does he have the marker over his head? Oh, because there's still one inside that I didn't pick up. Okay, I'm dumb. Yeah, we have to do both branches. I know this one has the first dungeon of the expansion, so we'll do this one first. Greetings, Master Ridge. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artiel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat, as I dare say you know this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself, so just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Alright.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned Now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
Alright. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. Yep, he's right over there. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artrail, and who might your companion be? Pray, forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Hulkeridge, Ward of House Forton. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Dromont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master Ridge is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Forton are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Yep. Just tell me what to do. Yeah, we don't need that. Several craftsmen in service to the House Dasmail are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Yup. Quite remember where... Oh, I was going to say I don't remember where he is, but he's right there. Need to go get that crystal before I forget. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you, mark my words, there's pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Okay. Get out my chocobo. Still want to see how many levels I can get on my chocobo before we're done. Oh, there's one of the destinations. And flying works much different in the expansions than it does in A Realm Reborn. We cannot fly right now. I will show you how we do that when we get to it. You gotta remember, we're still over-leveled. probably up here. You. Yeah, like we should be level 50 and we're level 54, which in A Realm Reborn 4 levels doesn't seem like much, but in the expansions 4 levels is a decent amount because you only get 10 levels per expansion. So, like level 55, we should be halfway through the expansion, which, you know, we're just starting. Yep, there it is. Perfect. Grab this and we'll go over there. Well, that was easy. What else you got for me? Ah, now there's a man what looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that'll hop to when he sees a task undone. Is it the first and foremost? You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others out what need help same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike. The bloody huge statue out in the wastes if you've never been. Mason by the name of Thoromont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Thoromont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Alright, so you're gonna send us out. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, okay. I don't have Aether Currents unlocked yet, so... see what happens when we see one. Looks like a level 1 up machinist. Yeah, things are gonna attack us again. There he is. Is there one around here? Nope. Dang, I didn't see one. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth, did you assist me, or bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Okay. No explanation on what the bristles do. There you are. Have you the bristles? Yep. You didn't see me? I was right over there. Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldroth, first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. The symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. They are a proud race, or a proud culture. Alright, what else you got for me? Hands? Do we need hands? No. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Yasudor, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect. More than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. Sure. How big this map is. This map is massive and does not have enough aetherites for it. That's another reason why I wanted to do this one first, because going through this map is obnoxious until you get flying. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... What a waste. Well, what'd he do? It was a gift, adventurer. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray, give my regards to Sir Redwald. Is there really not any around here? Man, when are they going to teach us about getting the aether currents? Which I will probably get a few on camera, but I won't get all of them because it's a lot of running around and it's really boring. And you have to do it for every single map. There's 10 10 Aether Currents out in the wild, and 5 quests. The quests I will do on in the recording, but the running around, getting them in the open world, I probably will do after the episode. I must applaud your initiative, Master Ridge. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Artrell included. Alright, what you got? Reconnaissance lost. Calm as ever, even when you most surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Dromall said. Good. We have lost contact with the reconnaissance party sent north to Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Artrell will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. Oh, we're ready. Let's go. It seems we have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Ridge. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from Korthos' western highlands, one of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. It would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. Well, let's go look. I wonder if they'll attack. I might be too high level. Nope, never mind. That's a big deer. There, below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of Black Iron Bridge. Damn, you're gonna make us go all the way across the bridge? If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternative route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Alright, I guess I'll go down the way you want me to go down. Well, what are you standing there for? Oh, he stunned me. Well, looks like we found one member. Are you alright? I heard sounds of a struggle. Like the Fury, I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, there was shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye, my lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. Oh, Ice Heart. At the end of our hope. He has the right of it, Master Ridge. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. And the Hulk, thank you. Well, you know me. Primal Slayer. Defeater of Gaius Van Belsar. I think we can take on some heretics. So look, it's a little solo duty. Tracks continue to the north. Remember, right, you can actually avoid most things in here. past the point of there is no such thing as passive mobs anymore. Everything is hostile. That's what I was looking for. Oh, he didn't even see me. Well. You know, it's not very intuitive that you should be in here. I like stopped seeing footprints.
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No! It cannot be.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be. It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Master Ridge, praise Halone, you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Knights be not proud. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking heretics across moms of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. Depends how close this over here is to unlocking the map. God, these locations are so small. Mylodon, I don't think we've seen that creature yet. Okay, we're gonna teleport. Falcon Nest. Lord Arturel, Master Ridge, full glad I am to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury. I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Arturel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortaunt could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Ridge have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray, return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Okay, we did not open up any of the quests to get the Aether Currents that I thought we were going to get. So it looks like we're headed back to do the other one. Well, I guess if you can fly, then you can go over it. Do I really have to use a Chocobo Porter? Could teleport, but it'd be way more expensive than just using the Chocobo Porter. Sure. Where am I going? It's the wrong way. Alright, one sun down. We gotta help the other sun. Welcome, Master Rich. Shall I show you inside the manor? Master Ridge, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Harshaphon swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened because, for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. You don't think that's that's the first time it's mentioned. Harshaphon is Count Edmund's bastard son. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him, and to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Fortaunt, my new comrade in arms, Harshaphon's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Harshaphon had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks my own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Master Ridge. On that you have my word. Yeah, that's a common theme when we go to a new area. Everybody doubts our strength. Cool. Alright, onwards and upwards. Shall we be off then, old boy? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmanuel de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmond de Fortemps, true-born, that is. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artrell. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest, I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Hallenhart. They have never they have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Alright, the airship landing is, yeah, over there by the Astrologians Guild. Are you ready to depart, sir? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Yep, we're ready.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, would come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
Alright, Sea Clouds. Mana Lane. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Korthos may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all of the time, you know. Never mind, we need to find Lady Laniate. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Man, if you fall from here, you're done for. This place is pretty neat. We actually won't be able to explore all of this until later into the story. So we're stuck to these first couple islands. Master Ridge, welcome. I am Sir Laniate de Hallenhart, the commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother, Francel, would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Halone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon his generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Lynette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord of Manilane, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Master Ridge. Completely shut down. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show you him a thing or two. He just blew her a kiss. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Master Ridge. We are pretty much everyone's errand boy, so what you got for me? I don't need pants. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Manilane from shirking his duty. A request from Lynette? Why didn't she just ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yawns away. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Ah, Master Ridge, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honoroi. I serve at the pleasure of Lord Manilane. Lady Lynette would have me accompany Lord Manilane on his mission? Ah, I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. It's not exactly what she said, but were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to me for him. or speaking to him for me. Wow. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I expect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Yeah, you got that right. Now that Emmanueline is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our people for half a year until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Mariel. She could use your assistance. She up there? Is that where she is? Yep. Master Ridge, I presume. Lady Lynette told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Okay, well... Seems a little hostile, don't you think? They look like a cross between so many different birds. Pysa. I think it's our first time seeing that one too. No. Actually didn't think he was going to follow me all the way over there. Oh my god, how many of these things are there? I want to stand over there too. Kill these things fast enough so I can actually do this. They just keep respawning. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Good thing we fought fucking 4 enemies right there. Okay, If the Vanu don't get you, everything else will. Is this... I was gonna say, is this Dalmel territory? But nope. Damn, your sight is actually pretty good. Oh, Wind Sprite's passive. I think most of the sprites are still passive, but every other type of enemy is hostile. No railings on a bridge like that. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Helon has blessed us with a mighty ally. Sense of urgency. Do we need boots? Yeah, we could take those. Accepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs, so even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Master Ridge, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Oh, great. Another... Can we drop from here? Yes. One of the quests where we gotta use emotes. Oh, I'm manually chilling. You know, they should have given him a book to where he's like reading or something. Sick. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? Oof. You're a pretty useful knight, huh? You had me fooled there for a moment, old boy. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Annette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Ooh. Good luck. let's see. I didn't think you were gonna come all the way over here. What? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of moms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. I don't know, it seems like most of your knights are content. I can't just... Wait, can I climb this? Holy crap. I don't think I've ever climbed this. Many thanks, Master Ridge. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord Emmanuel said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Lynette will do her utmost to oblige him. Hope springs eternal. If Lord Emmanuel is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Lynette will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Yeah, that's true. Master Ridge, Lord Emmanuel has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? I mean, I guess that's what I'm here for. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystals we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor-Sion Saran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emmanuel bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Oh, I gotta talk to Emmanuel. Lady Lynette told you to tell me about a mission once again? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? Vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests, the procurement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusts me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go. Yep, Emmanuel, if you weren't here, they would not survive. So this is the Vor-Sion Saran of legend, and nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds a superior specimen wins. Honoroi shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. You're gonna get yourself killed. remember where all these crystals are. This might take a second. Especially since we can't fly. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Lynette. Perhaps you should inspect another. Oh, there's one. This will probably say the same thing. Yep. Alright, any more? Hopefully this one's it. Interacting is taking a little bit longer, so I would assume, yeah, it's probably this one. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal Lady Lynette seeks. Anzu Crone, huh? Yeah, these Heavens maps they're just massive maps, and without flying they take a while to get around, so I apologize for that. Fortunately, there's gonna be a lot of running around. Ah, Master Ridge, have you brought your entry for the contest? Yep. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump? Fascinating. That's me. A series of unfortunate events. Lord Emmanuelane has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Vorsion Saran as swiftly as you are able and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Okay. Of course, Emmanuelane has gone missing. At least we have a lot smaller of a search area than we did for the spring crystals. Ooh, excuse me. Higgles. Surveying the area. You survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emmanuelane. I guess we're gonna rendezvous? Master Ridge, Lord of Manylane. Lord of Manylane has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Vanu statues. Is that Orion's belt? The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Lynette what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, but you should spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emmanuel in my absence. I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Well, at least you know. Come on. Well, at least you have a lot of health. Parsifal. What are you doing here? Parsifal, is that you? Thank the heavens. Get us out of here.
Reinforcements?
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, roils like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes. The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away. Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
So a primal in the skies. A flying whale. The gods only know what might have happened had I not been around to save you. No need for the thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. Yep. 'Twas but a blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before, with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought, just as said Lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured, and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend, we'll speak again soon, I promise. Alright, are you ready to go home then, Lord Emmanuelane? Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me, dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, old boy, is no small feat. I have made an historic discovery, a fact even Lady Lynette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? I don't think, I think your view of her is skewed. But yes, let's go talk to her. That's an NPC. I could have swore that was a player. Oh, we're an NPC walking around like that. Praise alone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal, are you sure? Yet now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior toward the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the Primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphanod. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lynette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes, you are right, of course. Master Ridge deserves all that and more for having risked his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Master Ridge, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Harshaphant and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then. No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lynette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then. We can speak on the journey home. Speak while we're flying on the backs of chocobos? Oh, I guess you have an airship, don't you? Can we just teleport back? We could. But then we would have to go all the way over there, so we'll just teleport to Camp Cloudtop and take the airship. Yes, but can I actually take the airship? Oh, there he is, airship attendant. That's what I was looking for. Yes, I will be leaving. confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Amaric of all that has occurred. Manolane should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? He didn't seem too shaken up talking to the one lady. Last vigil. Oh, it's you, Hulk. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Oh, are you crying? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Well, I mean, the fact that you got scared and didn't fight didn't help. Skill speed, I guess. House for Tom Stewart. Divine Intervention. Oh, look at this. Now we get a black chocobo. Oh, here's what I was looking for, the Aether Compass. Ah, Master Ridge, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artrael and Lord Emmanuelane, if you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emmanuelane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Dasmel is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Amaric at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Alright, so we get our first conversation with Sir Amaric since we first walked in here. This is the closest teleport. It has been too long, Hulk. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is the more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinno's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult. However, as he is a knight of the Heavens Ward, I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the Steps of Faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course. In a trial by combat, sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grinno and a second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavens Ward most like. Two of them, by the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphinaud's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Harchefort. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Oh yeah, I could beat them all. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphinaud at once and inform him of our intentions. Hulk, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Okay, I need to get out of here. Alright, we should be fine with the gear we have on. Listen carefully. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Adjudicator acknowledges Mistress Tatar's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grinno's face when he sees his true opponent. 'Twill be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands and I shall cheer so loud, you will wonder how you could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Oh yeah, we're ready. I mean, you could have Master Alphinaud sit down too. We'll take them both on.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavens Ward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alphinaud Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, You have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Gruno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfredo Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
I like that axe. Sir Bruno, you don't have a lot of health. Wait, why did I even break you out of that chain if you weren't going to move? Doesn't do a lot of damage, so it really doesn't matter. my god, I just realized my mic was off. My lord. We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence and the Archbishop request the presence of Master Ridge. An invitation from the Archbishop. What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Ridge, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Better just run. We are honored to receive you, Master Ridge. This way, please.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavens Ward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
So he outright admits to talking to the Ascians, but doesn't want to be their puppet.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiphon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
So Rauburn's gonna be executed. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us to little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Ah, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortant and a Lominsan consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthel at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Alright, let's go see what the Admiral has to say. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the Saviors of the Realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, You've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raoban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
So we need to go rescue Raoban. Raoban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Uldar. 'Twould spell the end of the Alliance, and war like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphinaud. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Alright, so back to, what, the Rising Stones? Geary. Master Hulk, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Alright. So let's hear it. Where is Raoban? Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Lims Elementa that you were searching for General Raoban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, Yu Yuhase and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Doware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Highbridge, that is Camp Drybone. Flashing can stop at any point. Oh, passed him up. There it is. I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Yuhase and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Halatali. We actually haven't gone through Halatali. So, I guess we'll actually get a look inside. Yeah, it's a level, like, what, 20-something dungeon, 23 dungeon that we just never did because it's not really part of the story. You come at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raban is being held within. Keeping the flame alive. What about the other ring? Yeah, I guess we do need a ring, don't we? Okay. There is no time to lose. General Aldin may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Oh no, we're ready.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Alright, let's go save Raban. Like a torture prison fort thing. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly unto the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Braves have the key. Well, I guess we're going this way. So now can we go this way? Yep. was easy. Not the bridge I thought it was. This is the bridge. Can we drop down right here? Oh, sweet. Why do you look like you're gonna attack him? My thanks. Slowly, General, you are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light? Well done, hero. Oh, Ilberd. Ilberd. You mean to struggle on then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, scions, let's get this over with. You're by yourself. What are you gonna do?
I'll tear you limb from limb.
You're supposed to be behind me for this. I don't know how to tank this or anything. I guess you can't give him one because you don't know what classes are going to be in here.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Isn't that what you told Raban, though?
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up.
The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used by the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves? None of them care a whit what you want, only what you can do for them.
How are the Crystal Braves using me?
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing.
So, what did the Syndicate do for you?
If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
Plus, we already have Domans on the outside. They will trail them.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilbert. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
So the Sultana might still be alive. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Aldine, I presume, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray, do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Aldine, if you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. I have spoken with Uriage via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raban is in safe hands. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Do we still have tickets? Oh man, I gotta clean my inventory. Aetherite ticket, Vesper Bay, yep.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
Another member of the
It was
Syndicate.
I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthorn, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
We weren't given time.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
There are sleeping potions in this world.
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance? Of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the Monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'Twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teledji Adeledji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Yep, so the Sultana's alive and in a coma, pretty much. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. We need that right. Alright, and I think with that, we are going to call it here today. We've gotten through the beginning part. We've seen some of the Heavensward areas. Now we're going to deal with this Sultana before we get back into seeing what's up with Thornton and his knights. So, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.